What's good, people? This is Sam O'Reilly for Fight Talk. Delighted to be joined today on the phone by John Ryder. John, how's it going, mate?
I'm good, Sam. Thank you, mate. How are you?
Very good, mate. Very good. Now, obviously, I'm going to start with the promotional side for this fight that you're on. It's a bit different. Obviously, MATCHROOM is where we've seen you. And now it's been announced that you're going to be fighting on the Chris Eubank Jr. undercard against Reynold Quinlan on the Itv Ppv.
Yep.
So how did that come about?
I got a phone call from my manager, and he said about a fight against Etches, and I said, yeah, this is a fight I like. He said it was actually on the card of Eubank Jr. on the ITV4, and I just thought, you know what, great. There is no promotional ties with me to match them, so I am available to go on other shows. So happy days, you know what I mean? I just want to keep busy and up at a new weight as well. It's just I was expecting to be in a 6-rounder just to see how I was at the weight, and I mean, slowly dip my toes into it, but now it turns out I'm being thrown in the deep end, and I'm happy about that. It's the way I want things to be, coming back to a big fight.
So you're not actually tired of MATCHROOM. Obviously, you fought on a few of their shows. Your last time was a tough, disappointing result from your own perspective. I think it was like on an Anthony Crolla card, I believe, in Manchester against Jack Armfield. So you don't always fight for MATCHROOM, no? You're not in a sort of contract with them.
No, I mean my contract expired a while ago, and I mean there was no thing to renew it. I mean I was getting on the show, so it wasn't a problem. But there was nothing. There was no dates being announced. It was a quite not a fault of MATCHROOM, but it was a quiet time of the year, and not many dates were being thrown about. And this opportunity came up to fight on ITV4, and I just thought, you know what, it's a great one. And obviously my team, Tony Sims, thought it was a good option, so we went for it.
Do you have any idea promotionally what your future will be after this fight? Is it dependent on the result of the fight, or is there like a clear path you're looking to take after this fight promotionally?
Not really too sure, to be honest. I'm just taking one fight at a time. Do you know what I mean? If the performance is good enough in this fight, then there will be more offers on the table, I'm sure, of bigger fights to follow, and whether that be on any other promotion. I'm happy to say I'm not tied down to none, so I'm happy to explore any avenue.
Now, there's been a lot made about, obviously, the Eubanks and the way of doing business and so on. Have you had any dealings with them, or have yours all sort of strictly been through your management and the Poxon promotion side?
No, I mean I've talked to my manager, and he deals with, I think, Richard Poxon. So I don't think there's been any dealings with him as such.
Probably makes life a little bit easier.
Yeah, less complicated.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about the fight. It's a good fight. It's a tough fight, man. I mean, a lot of people inside boxing, they think very highly of Etches. He may not have as big a name as some people, but he's definitely a tough fight. Now, it's a step up in weight. I think he might be stepping up to super middleweight as well. So
yeah.
It's a tough fight. What's the game plan for this fight, John?
I don't want to give too much away, but I mean, people know what Adam's strengths are. He's known for being a big puncher. So I mean, without giving away the obvious, just stay away from the big backhand. But I've got a plan, and just hopefully we can do it justice on the night and come out victorious, which I'm sure we will. But there's a plan A, there's a plan B, and there's a plan C.
Yeah, of course.
If it comes down to plan B, I'm going to be stuck because I ain't one then yet. But I'm happy, I'm confident. I've met Adam a couple of times. I've been in his company. He's a nice fella. But this is boxing. People are always nice. And when it comes fight night, we're going to want to take each other's heads off. And he's going to want to knock me out. I'm going to want to knock him out. But at the end of the day, we just both want to win. So it's going to make for a great fight, I think.
Of course, you're always in good fights. As we mentioned, we touched on it, your last fight. How do you summarise that fight? Have you looked back and watched it and see, what you can improve on? And is that part of the reason you're moving up to super middleweight?
I'll be honest, I've not fully watched the fight back yet. I mean, it was just I knew myself that the last week of camp I was just battling, and that was just to get weight off. And I think once the weight had been made, that was a huge weight lifted off my shoulder, and I just think I was taking too much out of myself. I mean, for a week after that fight, I still didn't feel like my legs had recovered. I don't think that was because of the hard 12 rounds, because 12 rounds isn't hard to me. It was the week prior to that is in trying to get the remaining few pound off that took it out of me.
Yeah. So that you just think super middleweight, you know, less worrying about cutting weight, and you can be yourself in the ring.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, the last week of camp should just be sharpening up and getting ready for fight night, just short, sharp stuff. But where I've been doing long slogs on treadmills just to get a few pound off and just not enjoying it. Fight week should be enjoyable, and I mean, I've been one where I've not really wanted to be at having to do things like press conferences and things like that. I just don't want to be there. But it's time to start lapping up a bit now and enjoying it and embracing fight week.
Yeah, obviously you touched on it earlier as well. You're Tony Sims. You're part of a big gym there. Some great guys training. How have you mixed up your training this time? What are you doing differently?
We've got a new trainer on board now as well, Kevin Lilly, who's Tony's assistant, which is good. I mean, he's a younger fellow, but he's very much like Tony is the governor, but he's there with his new ideas. So training's been mixed up a bit. We've got like a good variety of sparring. He's brought over a few of his lads that he trains, Danny Bingham, Joe Jackson Brown. So yeah, I mean, they're both super middleweights as well, who I can move around with. They're both orthodox. So Danny Bingham's a stuff for. But I mean, move around with both of them because it's good to get them in all shapes and sizes, and it's been good. I mean, and lucky enough, I think it's Cash and Ted Cheeseman. I mean, I know they're middleweights and light middleweights, but they're big enough to stand there and to spar with me and to hand it to me. So it's good. We've got a good variety, and that's just in the gym without other people coming in.
Definitely, it's a thriving gym. You can see the boys, and you know, a lot of the social Instagram, social media on the Instagram and stuff. The post, it's hard graft in that gym, and obviously sparring with them boys day in day out can only be good for you, can't it?
Oh, it's great. I mean, even on the runs, when you got like Ricky Burns and Conor Benn and Hart Davis breathing down your neck, and then you got Martin Ward comes running past you. It's just it's a good buzz in the gym. It's just it's a good laugh. I mean, we're off tomorrow to finish off camp in Portugal. Well, it's finished off camp for me, but they're starting. They're working towards dates. But do you know what I mean? It's going to be a hard time, and it's away from family and away from friends. But this is what boxing's about. It's about getting away and getting your nut down and getting ready for these fights and the important nights in boxing. And what a great bunch of people to do it with.
How long are you going to Portugal for?
We'll be there for I think 12 days.
And that'll just be a lot of your conditioning and stuff like that for the end of the...
Yeah, do a bit of sparring out there with the lads like Felix Cash and Ted Cheeseman. Yeah, I mean, like, just to get away from the cold. I mean, it's not been great here. A few of our track sessions have to be cancelled with the tracks being frozen over and whatnot, and roads being a bit slippery, so it's been a bit of a nightmare with that. But we're just gonna go out there and enjoy it for a couple of weeks and train hard.
Definitely, as always. You know, you 28 now, John?
28 now, yeah.
28. What's the short-term goals? The next 12 months hold? What does that hold for you?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'd like to win this title on the 4th of February. You know, from there, do you know what I mean? I'd still love a crack at a British title. Another crack at a British title. It's still a title that I'd love to win. But first and foremost, I'm focused on other matches. Getting that win, and then it'll just be a re-evaluate and talk to the team and see where we go from there.
Brilliant. Well, listen, I can't wait to see you back in there. You know, hopefully up at the new weight, you'll be a lot stronger, a lot more replenished, and it'll be good for you. So, you know, I look forward to seeing you in there, mate.
No, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks for your time, mate. Thanks for talking to Fight Talk.
No problem. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, mate.